Live from the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort Studio in Farmington Hills, Michigan, it's the Zia Oram Show.
Zia Oram إلى نمبر 1 شو.
أنا ملبانة يلدا قلة قدار نشلامي قمايا تأخوني جان زي أورم وقدار نشلامي خنة زودانا الأخواتي سالم جدو وأخواتي وأخوني جان يلدا خوشابه تتهاوى بصيخ أمه وآي قصيدة زين أمرنا دها إلى تجان زي أورم بس وأني بتوابش معه
مقبول.
يا جان زي أورم يا قورة الزونة خاثة يا جان زي أورم يا قورة الزونة خاثة اكطلب طالو صاخوثة وبيث ملي بركاثة مريم حاسيل بابوخ مرحبة ومرطاواثة تولي أمخ كم خازنخ قورنيخة ومكيخة اكشقلت وكياود بهديوثة بعيانة ولبخ بصيخة مريا بتهاوي أمخ وعمرخ بتاوي يريخة بس قالت كم شارتن بلوشانة بابا وساوة إيشع وتلميذ دي بقاود سورة محكاوة كالداي كم يقريلخ لذشول رابة وطاوة طالخ كياون هوناي يا جان زي أورم كهند إيتا كم يقرت يلباند روح دايم مريا إيل بعيانوخ بصلوثة ديمة مريم مريا إيل بعيانوخ بصلوثة ديمة مريم وكشوقنوخ بشلامه
This is Brooklyn Marie Hadir Yaldo.
No, you are the one should be doing
This
it.
is Abigail Rita Hadir Yaldo.
I'm Grace Davish. Welcome to the John Zia Oram Show.
I'm Maxwell Munderzoma. Shlama.
Shlama locho chawatho chatwatho. John Zia Oram. And Paul
Yusuf Menni.
And Michael Georges Oram. It is the John Zia Oram. Achawatho chatwatho. Shakruchlocho kabira. Dwotu immandaho. Yuchamochu wulshetha bishwa. دام خبير يمي كاميرا بازيا وأموخ كاميرا منا إيه.
أوكي ذالي.
إيه مرة خلت دخل كذا على كاميرا هركض بقاكو.
هاي خلتو شمامة دخيوة.
كنا تلفزيون خاثة.
We miss you.
إن كاميرا بشك دعلا لدا.
شو تفتله يوم أربو شابو تفتله عيد ميلاد يمي ف.
Oh, happy! Did we say happy birthday?
Yeah, we did. So I hope يمي. مطيا عمرخ, because يمي
يمخ المطيا what?
عمرها, her age.
عمر يمخ.
That would be a blessing.
يعني يمخ المطيا عمر يمخ هذا؟
No, يعني يمي مطيا عمر يمخ. To be her age.
ما قبتها عمرك هي قاعد. ما قل عمر يمخ 80?
No, إلى 48.
What did you say?
My mom is 48.
So another 40, 50 years?
Another 40, 50 years.
Okay,
So we pray.
Another 50 years that لازم يعيش.
لك كذا.
بتقعد بجاله وآخه وتام هيك بعيش ده. Fast life.
لك كذا أنا لك كذا ما زي بعد
serve people like you serve a lot of people.
I lived a lot of lives.
So, Paul, that's a long time. We pray she will live that long and health. Also health,
yes.
Right? And health is important.
I lived a lot of lives.
Your mom.
My mom, yes.
Your mom is 48. How old are you, man?
I'm 20. I'm 26. She got married when she was 18.
To your dad?
Yeah.
Wow. Here in America? They allowed that?
Yeah. You have to be 18 to get married.
My mom.
Less than a year. Well, it was.
She was born here?
No, she was born in Iraq, and then she came here when she was around mid-17, and then after like 6 months later, she got married to my dad. But it was arranged, so her and my dad are like third cousins. So both of my great grandmas are first cousins.
Oh, you know Hadir Yaldo, Harry.
Harry, yeah.
I think he got married. She was 17. He was 18.
Really?
Is that legal in Michigan?
Yes.
Should we double check that or no?
17 is legal as long as she's out of high school.
The kind of wives some of the Chaldeans marry, they don't go to school. So how are they going to be out of school?
I don't know.
I have to ask my mom. Was she out of high school when she got married?
How old was your mom when she got married?
She got engaged at 11, got married at 12. Why are you laughing?
That's crazy.
My brother
But that's how it was back then.
My brother Hanashina said he's doing a book on Tilkepe and the drivers, and he found out my dad was like the very first driver ever.
Person to drive a car and.
Yeah, with other people, that whoever was there, I think Wally Jamil's dad or maybe uncle, grandpa, I think Samri Patah, Hussein Babaway,
Would they go
Amar
from?
Azoqi.
Would your dad drive them from like to here to Mosul kind of thing, or?
That's all he did for 50 years. And he was telling me, send a picture, so I sent this picture of my mom and my dad. Man, my dad was an old man when he married my mom. That was illegal, wasn't it?
How old was?
He was like 22, 23.
Was that old back in the day?
For marrying my mom at 12, it was.
Oh, so 10 years apart almost.
She said she didn't know that. She said if she would have known that, she would have never married him after 80 years. So God bless your mom. How was her birthday? What'd you do for her?
Well, it was both of my brother's birthday and my mom's birthday, and officially I stayed the rest of the week, seeing my mom, and I told my mom, I was like, she's 48, I'll get her 48 roses. Kama la la broni like ben adakh mandi.
For him or her?
For her. And
Well,
I was gonna get my mom 48 roses.
Well, that's what I do.
I know, that's why I wanted to keep the tradition
I'm at
alive.
97. I started probably at 50, I guess.
And now how much they are? About $2 a rose now? $3 a rose?
I go to Kroger. You can't beat it.
I know.
I don't know today, but in October they were still. No, I got a lot of it for Christmas. I don't know what they are. I think 7.15, 17.
That's not bad.
I give you the difference. I buy the roses at Costco. They $19.99 or $29. They last 5 days. I'm not trying to promote Kroger.
Okay.
What will be small? I buy a Kroger. I always buy my mom roses or Michael's mom. He's got a mom too. Michael Oram. Yeah. They last 4 or 5 weeks.
From Kroger.
Yes.
And you put that
No, I don't know what my sisters do or what my wife does.
Whatever in the water that they give you
doesn't mean anything. I buy same kind of roses from Costco. They'll last 4 or 5 days and boom, they dead. No matter what you put. You buy Kroger, 4 or 5 weeks, they still roses. Maybe my sister Christine was bragging.
I usually get mine from Kroger, but I never paid attention 4 or 5
I
weeks.
just wonder where they get their stuff from. Honestly, I wonder. Make mathala or they Kroger. I don't know if that's going to happen again. So, about Ukraine.
Yes.
You know anything about Ukraine?
So on Friday on Thursday, sorry, there was a little rally. So when the time happened of Ukraine, I was following it up all day and night. What's going on? Are they invading? Are they not going to invade? Did they invade? And are they hitting rockets? And I heard, I think it was Wednesday night, around 8:00 p.m., where I heard on the news potential attacks, until I heard around 11 p.m. that they actually did invade, and they actually showed footage of the border of tanks going into Ukraine. And once I saw that, I was completely devastated, and I saw oil rise 5% within that 3-hour range.
Where's the oil?
No, I'm saying oil. The oil.
I thought the oil came from Middle East.
Oil. How about I tell you, oil was from $93, $94. It went up to $98. But the Middle Eastern oil, like the Dubai oil, that went up to 103, 105.
So it makes the Arab countries rich?
More rich.
And
I stayed
more
up.
More corruption, you mean?
And Wednesday night I stayed up till about 4 or 5 in the morning, and I had to be up around 8:00 in the morning because I was watching the international news, and they had live footage of the war and the attack and the invasion of what was going on, and I was devastated, and I was on Facebook all the time and Twitter and seeing what people of Ukrainians were saying. And one of my cleaning ladies, she's Ukrainian, and Gezila her نشواثة بعدها إلى دعمه وكبعد.
I give you an example. None of us even listening, probably beside my mom, nobody knew what World War I or World War II is. We know Vietnam, America.
Yes.
We sure know Iraq War. They've been in wars for 50 years between them.
Of course.
Okay? Tell America, the Bush family and the Bush oil brothers and their dad invaded Iraq, just like they say. They attacked Iraq. And I'd never seen any European war like we're about to see now.
That was the last. I mean, this European war was the last. They said it would be the worst European war since World War II.
Well, that's horrible words.
Since 1945.
So Putin, as you know, when he first started, I think I was going in and out of politics. And I used to make comment because we technically lived in the 60s and 50s under dictatorship in Iraq, and there was communism. And there's a different shi'iyya of communism. There's a communism and there's a communism. In the Russian communism and the Chinese communism, they got to be the crookedest people in the world, and they dictators for life. And if you look at Xpeng P, whatever his name is in China.
Worse than the ones in the Middle East.
And, oh yeah, at least in the Middle East, they get killed or they get chased out. These guys slaughter a lot of people every 4 years, and they always win by 98.9% of election. So in Ukraine, I pulled up some history on them before we came to the show, is that they have a lot of history of their own for the last couple of 100 years. And during the Holocaust in Germany, when the Russians were being attacked, Hitler wanted to kill them all. It was the Ukrainian that saved Russia.
They have a totalitarian government.
Yes. And now, this guy in 2022, where our kids know everything. You couldn't do this back in the 60s and 70s or 80s or 90s, even 2000 when there was no social media. Now even my grandson knows about Ukraine. Why? Everybody's got this social media, right?
You remember, you're probably following up this whole Soviet Union wars and the Great Wall and the Berlin Wall and
I follow like crazy.
And Gorbachev and Reagan and all that kind of stuff.
I followed like crazy. Day by day.
That time.
Day by day, yes. And
would you say there's a kind of comparison between the two? Between
what
today
happened
and back
is,
then?
No, here's what happened.
Because there's a difference between when you read it on the news or when I'm talking to you.
Totally different. This media is they just create. Look, CNN was dying. I think their shares were, let's say, $20. They were down to $1.
I know.
They fired Cuomo. They fired the president. They fired his girlfriend. They were dead. I think I turned CNN on last 4 weeks before the war, maybe once.
They dropped ratings.
Now they 24 hours a day. They run 17. I counted one day. They counted 17 commercials between breaks while people were dying in Ukraine.
They did.
Even Jimmy Kimmel made fun of it because they were playing Applebee's song.
You saw that? Chicken wings and
yeah. So when you do that, احنا عراقيين, Sarai especially, we know the price of war and insight. I remember when I was 10 years old, 1963. There would be an airplane, MiG, made by Russia, because America was not shipping any weapons there. And it would go over Telkepe, Botnai, Bakopa, all the way up to the Kurds and bomb them and come back. And literally I swear we could read the label under their tires. Because scary as hell. We don't know if they were going to get us or bomb us as kids. You know, I was 10 years old.
I believe it.
And now, in 2022, Putin knows better than that. But what is oligarch? I talked to a friend of mine in California today, and I said, what is an oligarch? I was trying to understand. I thought I knew a lot till I just found out what an oligarch is. So what is oligarch?
So it's a person who is part of a small group holding power in a state.
What?
So it's a form of government, basically, which a small group of people...
Oligarch.
Yeah, oligarchy.
What is that?
Yeah, it's a form of government in which a small group of people hold most or all political power.
And how did they get these billions?
Foreign aid, probably. Foreign.
No, you read it wrong. Oligarch, what I'm understanding from the media, says, Michael, what is oligarch?
They're rich friends of people.
Right. They fly their kids like... If the kid wants to go home on Thursday night from Stanford, since he bought his way into Stanford or Harvard or whatever New York school, he will fly home for the weekend, just like we drive from up north.
Fight and come back.
No, Pa, fight what? oligarchs don't fight. Oligarchs are the billionaires of Russia, where they steal all the people's money. They are the trillionaires. These are people that Biden and the rest of Europe are freezing, but they also freezing their yachts, their thing. That started after we helped when Reagan announced that bring the wall down, Gorbachev.
Yeah.
That's when they went from peasants to billionaires. Those are called oligarchs. These are the rich, hundreds of thousands of them.
I thought you were talking about oligarchy government.
What's the oligarchy coming?
That's
I have no clue.
So
No, that's dictatorship.
yeah,
What is it?
we're on the same thing.
Well, one's got money and one's got. Oh, they're friends. Oh.
One owns a steel company.
One owns the oil company. Like the guy owns New York Nets,
Yeah,
Brooklyn Nets.
yeah.
He's an oligarch. Why are they not taking his team away? Like the guy invested 30% of American Express stock, Mercedes stock. I hope they taken all that away from them. But didn't
That's what they're doing in Russia
Phil
right now.
Cavanaugh just told me who did they just stop? Or George was saying something. They didn't stop one of the big guy. They took away their stuff. So what America needs to do, you need to go and teach these people a lesson financially. There's two issues America always does. I've been telling that when I used to make speeches.
Foreign policy wise.
No. You're so far behind, but you'll learn. It's either money or military. Two things. They also sanction you. And when you put sanction against you, they destroy the country and the people. Not the rich, remember? You can sanction Russia. But the problem with Russia is 1% is rich and 99% are poor.
Yeah.
Literally. But they live their life. They know they're under dictatorship of Putin and his little bull. The one thing I like about what they're doing, they keep sanctioning. And I told a politician today, they were here, right? So they better, I'm speaking English because I want our Ukrainian brothers and sisters, they need to sanction these people all the way down. Not sanction some guy that had 7 jets and stop one of his jet, or have these yachts that he stole from the Russian people.
They said they're freezing all their assets.
No, that's what they say. They are. But how much of that? I mean, some of these guys own 50 homes. And in '84, when Reagan said this, they were broke. They were begging on the street, running a farm. And now they turn around and make chairman of the corruption is Putin. He's supposed to make $183,000 a year under the president rule of Russia. I did dig all into that this weekend. But he's worth $230 billion. So it's like our U.S. senators, some of them, go in and make $280,000 a year. And after 20 years, I'm going to give them a little credit, not 10 years, they come out worth $50 million. So I don't know how that works. But you ran in a district where you got a massive support from the Ukrainian people in Sterling Heights, right? You got big support.
A lot of ethnic.
Paul. Ukrainian.
Yes.
Not ethnic. Ethnics are everywhere. Chaldeans, Arabs, Polish. The people are dying as we speak right now, middle of the night. And
I had a lot of majority Ukrainian and. Yeah, so Ithwali Kabiro.
English.
So I had a lot of Ukrainian helping me out, especially Czechoslovakian, Macedonian, and Polish, especially with my campaign, because they live right.
Paul, Ukrainian. I know a lot of them helped you. Richard Salaka and Warren. He would have never won if it wasn't for Ukrainian people voted for him. Senior that passed away, God bless him. He won on the council. He was the treasurer. They did. A lot of them helped you. That's the kind of people they are. We love the Polish people. We love them all. But the difference is, Bill Maher, you know Bill Maher?
No.
The comedian? Michael, can you do a song for Paul? What country you been living in? You don't know Bill Maher, the #1 HBO comedy?
No.
All over the world. He's on every day?
No. I know Jay Leno. Not Bill Maher.
Christine, you need to have a talk with Paul. So Bill Maher's got probably, I want to say 20 million followers, okay? He said this weekend.
Oh, I've seen him before.
Okay. Well, I not only see him, you see his picture on
Yes,
my wall.
I've seen his picture. I just never knew
You
his
see
name.
his picture on my wall.
Which one?
In my
We'll
office.
find out.
Yeah, him and my wife in the concert I did. He comes to Soaring Eagle every year. So, Bill Maher, he puts those politicians. You know, he does a lot of politic between Republican, Democrat, independents, and they go at it. But he gives everybody a chance. And some people hate him, some people like him. He said this weekend when the war started, what they did to Ukraine, like a Super Bowl game, the offensive line turned around and attacked the quarterback instead of the defensive line did. Because Ukraine were with Russia people. You know, half of Ukraine is Russia speaking. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I probably know about 300 families here in Michigan. The reason I'm talking about it, this guy, if you let him get away with slapping somebody and killing these people, he'll come all the way here. He'll try to disrupt the world. And what it hurts us, your little comment about gas. I wish it's only gas. We're going to get hurt. We already were hurting, you remember, because of COVID? People forgot about the COVID. Media's beautiful. They just stopped talking about COVID. They're still at COVID.
I haven't even heard nothing about COVID.
They're still there. People are still dying.
Not even a new variant, a new...
I hear it because I dig into it. So it's all there. Nothing's gone.
All I hear is on the news is Security Council, United Nations, and all that.
That's the news of the day.
That's exactly.
But Achni Chaldean Christians, we have to back up underdogs constantly, no matter what it is, because we know the suffering that we saw from way back in the leadership in Iraq. Our people are seeing, like the bishop in another state told me, that how they suffer in Turkey, in Jordan, in Lebanon, big time Lebanon right now because the funds are drying up for the people in Lebanon. So who are they looking for excuse? Jordanian does not allow you to work cash if you're Iraqi. I don't care what nationality.
Wow.
They don't allow you to get a job and does not allow you a certain time to go outside because the locals will beat you up.
That's a bad discrimination.
So when you look at that and you look at the bomb coming down on you. So we saw a lot of bombings in Iraq, right?
Now they're talking about nuclear bombs.
No, they ain't talking. They just talk about it. They do that. We all dead, man. It doesn't matter. Might as well die this way.
It was
Which way you want to die? COVID or you want to die by the nuclear bomb? What's
the news was saying that potentially Putin is going to.
Putin is nobody. Europe and the United States can take him. You're the most beautiful country on earth where we sit in. We're so blessed. So blessed. Can take Putin and China. Because you know why? American people love America. Russians can't stand Putin. Chinese cannot stand their leader. They're forced to like him, just like the Korean. What happened to your Korean in nuclear? He didn't even have a bicycle. What happened? I thought he was building these missiles, and he was going to, the Korean guy, the little chubby.
Kim Jong-un.
Kim Jong-un and Rodman.
They said he's testing out a new missile
in his backyard.
Something like that.
They even said his backyard. So when I look like a backyard back there.
This was yesterday or a couple days ago.
Oh, they did? He was testing that too? So here's the problem. The pain of war doesn't kill you. It hurts you a little at a time. It's like a diabetes. It's like cancer.
I was too young. I was too young in the Iraq War and to actually.
But you ran for office.
Yeah. So the only things right now learning about war is talking to people and
this is not a war. This could be
one of the worst ones we've ever.
Financially first, because we can talk about the Ukrainian people.
Especially with the cost of inflation and everything going on, and plus you have
people still got money here. You know that? I don't give a. They sell a Hummer for $120,000. They sell out in 2 hours. They sell something for $180,000. Sells out in 3 hours, not 3 years. So there's still money here. The difference is the percentage of the rich and the poor. America's catching up to the rest of the world, the dictatorship world. In China and Russia, I'd say 1% is rich. 1. In Russia and China, maybe is about 8% are rich that control everything. We'll give other people more credit. 92% poor. In the U.S. is 80-20 right now. 20% of the people got the money.
80 are living paycheck to paycheck.
There is a paycheck.
Maybe 80% is too
In
much.
Canada, where I was last 2 weeks ago, I guarantee you, they're 99.5%. They're living from paycheck to paycheck, and I'm not just talking about
99.5. That's crazy.
That's crazy, right? The guy charged me $79 for a hotel room downtown Toronto and $84 to park. But your payroll's $200 a week. So if you get one room a night at a Hilton with parking, you have to use your whole paycheck. The average person makes $200. Taxes can go high as 35%. Payroll tax and income tax and GST and sales tax. They put sales tax on payroll.
Wow.
You know, you buy 6%.
Yes.
They put 12%, 14% on your income. That's how they pay for free health. So, there's nothing free. Nothing.
Not even in
But
America.
what we need right now, and Pope said it, we need a prayer. We need the prayer for the Ukrainian people and the people in Iraq and all over the world. But what is going to happen in Ukraine?
People are picking up their guns and they're just fighting on their
Well,
own.
that's just cameras. You know how hard it is to pick up a gun when the guy was a mechanic or he was a doctor or she was a nurse, or she also picked up a gun and a baby. Well, but you know what? When your will makes it like that, if Iraq was ever allowed to do that instead of these tribes.
Like a martial law.
No. Paul, listen. We're alive here in John Zia Oram. If Iraq's people were ever allowed to carry guns and fight the enemies, nobody would have touched them. But there's a dictatorship there. Ukraine, there's no dictatorship. If Iraq, you would have told your people, pick up the guns and fight the enemy, they would have killed the government first. They would have turned out. If Russia, Putin announced, go get your guns and fight the Ukrainians, they will fight Putin first because of dictatorship and crooks. Same thing in China. What is it, billion? See, nobody talks about it. And they say China or Russia. I don't know how many millions is Russia. I don't know. 100 million, 150 million. How many millions are Russia, Michael? China is 1.5 billion.
People.
Where I'm pissed off of, and you know I love India, is the Indians government, not the people. Everybody we talked about, every country is not the people, is the government. India and China are supporting Russia. And where I'm shocked at, I think 10 to 15% of Ukraine is Jewish. The president is Jewish. The foreign minister is Jewish. Did you know Zelensky is Jewish?
No, I thought he was Christian.
I don't know what the hell you're doing.
Orthodox.
I don't know. What did you do this weekend? How in the hell did you say you watched? Christine, see what I got to put up with Paul? You have to, Paul, watch everything if you're going to watch it or turn it off. Do your homework because you don't know when this question gets asked to you. Yes, he's Jewish. His grandfather was Jewish. The foreign minister, the number 1 and 2 person, are Jewish. Guess who won against Ukraine at the United Nations today? In the United Nations, Israel. Israel went with Russia. You see how politics is played? How? Well, he was crying for when they were saying how many Jewish people are showing from World War II, Holocaust, and all that are in Ukraine on their canes and trying to get to the train station or a bus station. The reason I'm talking about Ukraine because our heart goes out to them. We love them. I literally know a lot of families from Ukraine. But in the more honorable people, you ran in that district. You didn't see any problem with the Ukrainian people or Polish people or nothing like that.
I met a lot of faces.
The other thing is they are not fighting people against people, and that's what Putin did. But that was coming anyway. You remember Trump accused them of being corrupt and other
Russia
things.
And all
Then
that.
Button and Hunter or whatever, Biden said this. You watch that kind of stuff. I know you do. But Ukrainian people, they have been living for about 300 years, I was told, as I kept Googling and Googling research because I know I was going to have a strong opponent like you sitting across from me. But I like it so far because you haven't done your homework. You should do your homework because not only that, you run in that district and you represent those people. And those are beautiful. But you say you were in a hall or something? Did you go to?
I was at the Ukrainian church, and I think it's in Warren, at 10.5 mile in Ryan. Across, they have a cultural center across the street too from their church, and they did a big rally, emergency rally. It was probably, they did it last minute, and the Warren mayor was there with the Warren City Council, a couple members of the city council, and many of the religious members were there too, talking and promoting peace and putting an end to the violence.
So, violence where? War, you mean?
Yes.
The war. So, that started Thursday, I think, right? Start killing people
It
Thursday.
was, by us, it was like 11, it was like Wednesday late at night to Thursday early in the morning.
So, how many people you think in the urban cities? 40 million blacks, 30-some Spanish and other ones. How many people got killed since Thursday by guns? Not one damn politician says a word. My friend Malik Shabazz is protesting today, right now in downtown Detroit, when they found 3 people dead. A woman, her fiance, and a 5-year-old boy. How many people were killed by guns? I didn't say sickness and God, corona, and by guns. Guns are killing them in Ukraine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Weapons. Made by the same countries, by the way. China, U.S., and Russia. Same people. Same people make them. And they sell them. I want to say 5,000 people got shot this week in the United States.
And it's not, and barely.
And
been
I know
reported.
I'm right. I'm trying to be good about it.
Barely been reported.
I don't think it's been reported. I go back to my
And
news stories from every city
and that's
almost.
That's aside from COVID. That's not even, and that has nothing to do with COVID.
COVID has turned into a political thing and killed a lot of people for no reason at all. And it's yes, no, why you need to have a mask on. So don't tell me they say no more mask. They told you take it on your own. Paul, Manny, and I, Noir, we're in Florida. And when we got there, I caught my damn COVID there. That they were told that, oh, Florida, everything free, remember? No mask.
There's no mask. You don't need to do anything.
Go in a restaurant, just walk in. Go to Disney, just walk. That wasn't like that, was it? It wasn't like that, was it?
No. And I never.
So that governor, DeSantis, that I don't like personally speaking, that will campaign against him. Yes, I campaign nationally. That he's a BSer. He says, come and do what you want. Everything is free here. And so sad, all these seniors. So many people are dying. So many. To me, that is the same thing Russia's doing today to the Ukrainian people. They were living in peace. They got misled. They got a great president. Here's a president I love. He didn't do like the Afghanistani president. I think he ran to Russia. What did he run to?
Ashraf Ghani, I think he went up to like Tajikistan or...
Yeah, to live like a billionaire, right?
Stole, like that.
Then he stole the bank's money or something, put it all on a jet.
They said he fled in a car filled with money, but he claimed that he took no money.
Oh, so he took an Uber?
Something like that.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure he took an Uber through those mountains to go to... I'm sure Putin picked him up in that private, 747.
That's crazy.
So he stole the money. This president, Zelensky...
He got out and he's fighting.
So you know who's there? A very dear friend of mine. You didn't know that, do you?
In Ukraine?
Mm-hmm. Who's the mayor of Kiev? Has pictures on my wall. Kiev. Who's the mayor? Has pictures on my wall. You didn't know that, right? Who's the mayor? Pull it up. She says you got like 5 phones.
Mayor.
Yeah. Let me see if you know. Ex-boxer from Kronk.
Vitaly
Klitschko.
Yeah.
From Kronk in Detroit.
Yeah.
We hung around the house every day for training with Manuel
boxer.
Stewart. Boxer from Kronk. Paul, is that a small world? He's carrying this machine gun and his team and fighting.
Right
here from Rose Park.
Zelensky is on interviews just wearing a military shirt.
The mayor from Detroit that was from there, that man you are trained to be a boxer, him and his brother. He's the mayor there. And he said something about Detroit the other day.
If you go on Wikipedia, it says kickboxing career and everything. And then it has
I know. I was with him for 3 years. My whole family met him. Michael met him. He didn't know who he was. He was a boxer at Kronk. Is that a small world? Him and his brother.
A professional boxer, too.
Professional boxer. So you don't know where things happen as we
It's a
go
small
around
world.
the world in this conversation.
Small world.
I wish I had somebody like me teaching a guy like you. I had nobody teaching me anything.
You gotta put up.
We'll be right back. God bless Ukraine and people of Iraq.
You gotta put up the.
There's a sense of anticipation, electricity in the air. You think tonight is your night, and you're in luck, because here, a great time is a sure thing. This place is certified hot. This is Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. Go on a hot streak unlike any other, with hundreds of the hottest slots, certified by their manufacturers to be set to the best paybacks guaranteed. Plus the hottest table games and sizzling live entertainment and nightlife. So why play at just any casino when you can play at the only casino and resort that's certified hot? This is your night, and it's time to experience more at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort.
Southfield Funeral Home, Jerry and Ferial Yono, 12 Mile in Southfield for 37 years, 17 Mile in Rhine, second location. They do funerals, Kulla America, Michigan, Kulla Stateat, California, Arizona, Alad Louth, Emmett Kibbe, Khabar Jerry and Ferial Yono. West Side, 248-569-8080. East Side, 586-275-0429. 37 years in business. Price, quality, service, excellent. I Shotlati Shinne Funeral Home Business. That's all they do. Harai Lishulei. They're part of our community, and we are part of them. 37 years. Jerry and Ferial Yono.
أخوات وأخوات عزيزة شونيلة رحمة مريا محسيثة نسيمو حوال هرمز اديوم خشكة وقورتدية بستعزيتا إلى الدها بقاد قاعد ايتد المعونة مذيتد وورن والإشوى بعاصرتا محسيثة نسيمو حوال هرمز اديوم خشكة وقورتدية بستعزيتا إلى الدها بقاد قاعد ايتد المعونة مذيتد وورن والإشوى بعاصرتا همم شونيلة رحمد مريا محسيا فارس رويل هرمز بدهاو قورتدية صبرا يوم 3 شابا بشيث بقاود إسر مخشكة بإيتد مارغورغس مذيتد شالبي تاونشيب محسيا فارس رويل هرمز بدهاو قورتدية صبرا يوم 3 شابا بشيث بقاود إسر مخشكة بإيتد مارغورغس مذيتد شالبي تاونشيب همم شونيلة رحمد مريا محسيثة نعومة بولس دنحو بدهاو قرتدية صبرة يوم 3 شابة بشيث بقاود إسرم خشكة بقيتد لب ديشو مذيت دورن وبصر دخ تعزيتا بدهاو بقاود قاعد لب ديشو والشيث بخمش حسيثة نعومة بولس دنحو بدهاو قرتدية صبرة يوم 3 شابة بشيث بقاود إسر بقيتد لبديشو مذيت دورن وبصر دخ بدهاو تعزيتا بقاعد ايتد لبديشو وبيشي تاما والشيث بخمش ألام حاسيلة وهوا ملكوث دشمية
Welcome back, Akhawatha Khathwatha of John Zia Oram, Yochacha Mochu, till 7 o'clock tonight. I want to speak with you to the killing in Ukraine and the killing in Detroit, Detroit city limits. We as Chaldeans or Americans, doesn't matter what color, race, or religions we are, we need to support the community where we made our money from. Many people, many ethnic people that came to America, many people were already in the city of Detroit, made their money, God bless their family, put their kids through school. Kids got older, they start working, and moved out. And you had every right to move out because of the crime and other things were going in the past couple administration, way back. Now, we have a whole new world of people, and people are dying. So I'm calling on the businesses in the city of all kind. In English, we have a major following, even if it's one person. We have thousands of them, is to help each other. And my brother, Malik Shabazz, has been knowing him for 30 years, has been leading this thing. So Commander Hope from Detroit Police Department But we got our eyes closed and our ears closed and our mouth shut because nobody's talking to each other. So I'm hoping to get involved with Malik and help communicate, prevent the crime before they happen. And most of this, the last one that killed 3 people started inside a liquor store. Thank God our people are alive. We just had a liquor store owner killed when he came out of behind glass. But the families in the city of Detroit, the customers, the people are living in this cold weather, they don't have a bulletproof glass. They don't have a bulletproof shield. They don't have bulletproof anything. They try to survive the best they can in this tough economy, the 80-20. It's hard to work. It's hard to get government checks like Biden is doing and giving out this money without a job. I see many Detroiters that serve us in the suburb catch 4 buses in the cold weather so she can have a job at Applebee's or Starbucks or Panera or whatever these restaurants are to raise her children. I see grandmothers taking care of these kids. I had somebody wait on me last week. She must have been 75 years old. I asked her if she had a card. She said no. That's God put people on earth for a reason to help each other. So our heart goes out to Ukraine. Our heart goes out to this media that is talking about Ukraine, but they need to flip it on these major cities. The proud of the mayor of Detroit and the proud of the mayor of New York. He won't put up with this stuff. Our new mayor, he was ex-policeman. But when you got Minister Malik Shabazz working day and night for the last 20 years and trying to find the killers, he's not trying to prevent the killers from killing. He trying to find the killers so the police department can arrest them. So you know what that means? That means people already died. So we need to help Minister Malik and the Detroit Police Department and the city of Detroit, city of Highland Park, city of Hamtramck, urban cities. Not only we don't have crime in the suburb, but you know what? They're more safer here than they ever been in these Oakland, Macomb, and we kind of separated world here in our own world in America. The counties are separate from these other counties, the neighborhoods, but we need to go back to the city and give $1 and give a hope, give a sandwich, give a jacket, give a pair of shoes, something back, and give information if you know or involvement in the Interfaith Council of Detroit like we used to do in the 90s in Detroit, in the 80s, and part of all 70s. Coleman Young started that. Yes, the same Coleman Young, his son is a councilman now. He started it, Interfaith Council between Detroit Police Department, the businesses in the area, no matter what nationality you were, in the community, in the churches. And they got together once a month, and they did it for 10 years. I have awards on my wall here from that. If we can save one life, we can help one family from Ukraine to here, to these big cities, especially where our heart and soul is in the city of Detroit, then it's worth it. I'm going to have Malik here this week, and we're going to come out and knock on businesses. It doesn't matter who they are, especially our beautiful Chaldean people and our Lebanese people mainly own these gas stations and these so-called liquor stores, but we beyond that. The fathers and the mothers are still running, and the kids grew up, went to colleges and opened a mortgage company, doctors, lawyers. God bless them. And we did have over 150 of us killed in these liquor stores, including my own brother-in-law, my sister's husband, including my brother that was shot and lived, that lives out in California now in Highland Park. But it's not about just that. Is if we can save a life today of a business people and the community people, then it's worth in our future, in the future. It's worth for our future. It'll be good for our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And if we can stop Putin, yes, you can tie him to Detroit and anywhere else, from attacking Ukraine the way he did it. That's why the world's going crazy. But I can assure you one thing, and this ain't about racism, and it ain't about prejudice, and it ain't about Republican or Democrat. If this war, Putin would attack Middle East or Africa, nothing would have got done. Because over here you're talking billions of dollars. So the voters in Detroit, the one that vote constantly, and the people are living there, they don't have that kind of money like they do in some other areas of the state or in this America. And the so-called Democratic Party, not all of them, are leaders of our so-called all-black community vote for us no matter what. It's a shame. They do nothing. There's more burnout houses, more burnout apartment buildings, the city can't play catch-up constantly. Then these federal and county and state officials, not the local ones, the one I see, do nothing about it. And they are in power, mind you. They have the House, the Senate, and the presidency. And these kids, 5-year-old got shot, killed. 10-year-old got shot and killed. And you know what? We do. Who's with them? Who's stuck by them? The Middle Eastern people in the businesses. And they stay there forever. And I love you guys to death because you stuck it out. But we need your help now. So listen to a person named Malik Shabazz. He's only been volunteer. He doesn't get pay. He puts his little team together, and they go around, and they got these handbills, and they pass out. And some of them hear about him is because he was in charge. If people make sure they don't sell rotten meat and rotten fruits and things like that. That's how he started. But it's horrible right now. So from John Zia Oram show, we pray for everyone. And anywhere in the world, especially our people, Christians, we've been living under the gun in these jets and these MiGs forever. So is the other people. Don't forget what I say. If Putin was attacking like he did in Syria, destroyed it. Literally, they say he did so many chemical weapons that the Europeans didn't let the United States say a word. I don't care who was the president. They do nothing. But now I hope they do something about it because you know why? They knocked on their own back door. It's horrible. But they're going to kill millions of people. But now it's in their own backyard. So maybe they'll stop our future. None of us are listening or are talking, understand what happened in World War II or Holocaust. None of us. We weren't around, most of us. And if we were kids. So when you're talking what's going on, that's happening in our cities, especially the city of Detroit. So we will probably have a add on to this program in the future, not too far away, with Malik, and bring it up to you guys in the front of you so we can help each other out. One life. Remember? One vote, one life, one vaccine at a time. That could save a life. And pray. We're going to be right back in a few minutes at John Zia Oram Show. God bless Detroit and God bless Ukraine.
yeah. All that she wants is another baby. She's gone tomorrow, but all that she wants is another baby, yeah. Gearing up like we own it, unconfined, not controlling. Gypsy like, yes, we're moving. Shoulders ready, everybody shoot up. Gearing up like we own it, unconfined, not controlling. Gypsy like, yes, we're moving. Shoulders ready, everybody shoot up. Everybody shoot up. Everybody shoot up. موطني كل شخص يلهب لرؤية المخلص في العراق شعبك يدعونك لكيما يرى مجدك في العراق يا الله سأرى يا عراق سالما منعما وغانما مكرما سالما منعما وغانما مكرما سأرى يا الله تنهض العراق من جديد من جديد أثر الشكر ومجلوثا الديرام المركثا أي عراق ما الحبة والشمال البيشة تشتديشة وتويرا للدارين يا عراق انصلوي لمعذبيني وبزيلة كل دمي انصلوي
Welcome back, Akhawatho Khathwatho. John Zia Oram, we're here with you till 7 o'clock, close to 7. I want to thank everyone for texting me to understand what the cause is, especially in our businesses and our community and our great people of Ukraine. Great people of Ukraine. And the problem is, it's the news of the day. And let's hope this doesn't get, this is a big boys fighting now. This is where everything counts. Usually they like to fight in these countries and, go from 3 weeks war to 3 years to 10 years. In South America, they destroyed it all. That's why everybody's running from their country. We kind of help with dictators. A lot of the retired CIA agents are coming. You can't blame them to keep the country free. They saying that we put all these leaders in place, killed everybody, and destroyed them, jailed them, and especially this crook in Belarus. Then it comes home, so the big boys are fighting. So the only thing we're going to do is we're going to try put a prayer for the people of America, the people in urban cities of America, especially city in Wayne County, where people are getting shot by the hour. The gun violence from New York to Detroit to Los Angeles to Oregon, it's horrific. And it's killing tens of thousands. Chicago, could be 300 people shot this weekend. It's like, okay, that's all. No problem. And it's not about a black and white issue, because most of those cities are black mayors or black whatever you want to call them. A white, black, yellow, doesn't matter. When somebody's shot, is shot. And like Malik Shabazz said today, what happened when a policeman shoots somebody? 10,000 people comes out, and you can't blame him. When the 3 people were gunned down this weekend, 30 people came up. Why? Why? And if you don't like it, it's coming right to your backyard anyway. Sooner or later, just like you see in the Ukraine. So we're going to say this prayer from our Chaldean community in John Zia Oram show. And no matter what language it is, God is praying.
قدم صاليلا ورديا تاخيرا يمد مريا بدم خال صالم كل وايم كل قدشي وكل بلايم يا مريم طواني ثام طر بليل بقوش انثى درش لا مبادي بيثا داها وهر شعث دموثا طلبهم يما حلوثا ومن برونه غالبوثا خلصهم أربع شراثا بشعثا خراث دموثا هالجبل بشعث دموثا مريم يمد تناثا خالصنا قويد هوثا بصخف أمخ بملكوثا بصخف أمخ بملكوثا بقودي وند آلاهوثا شبحو في البداية موثا شمادت لي ثايوثا من يدقاري لخب ثلتا ومشقلب بشتي خلتا شدها ويمليا بشتا طالبها ويدم عضرنتا يا معضرنتا دحطاي ويا عذران دمشي حاي ضرا أخني قوخاي تدلا بيشخ نخراي تدلا بيشخ يخسيري والإيد بساطان هويلي الإيذا ثقه وخمفيلي دعوذة بنعم كميلي أخني تكيلي وخ الله الموثى بدخد مخلاك قدم شاف الفد من برونخ قوم الكوثة خازخ لخ قوم الكوثة يمني دبرونخ توتا يا يما دي شعب ثلتا شدها ويا خرثا طوتا يا يما انطواني ثاكن شهخ لخ كل شعثا مصاليل بداية موثا تدمح يمقى ونخطيثا دماحي قناها نخطياثا نحطاه وكوموث دفاثا طوتا نطرق يا ناثا وفيشف بالإسلام واثا قبلا ولما ديرتان طرد سلام رحقتان شد لقطا وغد شمعتان من برون خمرجيتان مرجلا من خلصانا ايش عبرون خمرحمانا تدمق ويلا ساطانا كل شعثة وكل عدانا كل عدانا وكل شعثة مريم يما حاليثا مطرا من بشتة وطيثا وهاوغها زرطا موثا مرحق لنا شي بيشي وهاو خلدم يد قديشي من حب دعا المبريشي ونهرد آله الويشي ملوش لن قديشوثا هل النعم وملكوثا خدم خلق بداية موثا بشمادة ليثا يوثا من يتباري لخدايب يا وتلي لبا وخايب بد مخلصت تم كل واي وكل قدشي وكل بلاي مراحة مطلب مريم خيثام ايش عبرون اختناثا تمرحق للنور دهوثا تخازغ شوحة خب ملكوثا
Welcome back, Akhwatha Khathwatha, John Zia Oram, right, Harry? Akhwatha Khathwatha, I want to tell you, we're putting up Malik Shabazz picture with the community members of the killing. The same killing is going on in Ukraine. So God put people on earth to kill good people. It don't matter if it's the city of Detroit or Ukraine or Mosul or whatever it is, in Kurdistan or Syria or Africa, it doesn't matter. But what I'm looking at now is I see the people of Europe, the leaders, all of a sudden reacting where people are dying. And we probably had over 30 people shot here since Thursday in Detroit and surrounding area, but mainly in Detroit. So I'm very proud of my friend and my brother Malik Shabazz for the last 30 years, and I'm serious that I would like to get you businesses together with his team and Commander Hope that is in charge for the police department there within community. She's not new, she's been there a long time. It just takes time to introduce. And I want to go back to the 80s, 90s, and 70s when I was involved personally from door to door. And we were involved in the community gathering and, yes, killing. because I did have a member family, two of them 70 and 75 shot in business. And the same thing is happening now, but we seem to forget where we come from. And a lot of people moved on with their life, but there's thousands of businesses in the city. There's a lot of damn good people living and working. But the killing is crazy, and my brother Malik, I'm hoping to have him here Wednesday. He's got his own show on the black radio station to put this together. This is not even about a show anymore. It's horrible. I mean, I've been watching the news from Ukraine. Mind you, I watched it since I was a little baby in the Iraq war, but they come and go. You know, the Iraqis are still dying from what happened. The missiles are still in the farm fields. They're still in the lakes where the waters are poisoned. But what are you going to do? That's why we put the prayer from John Zia Oram show. Nobody else could do that. Nobody wants to do that. I challenge everybody in the media, especially our own, to do that. So God bless you. God bless the people of Ukraine. God bless the people of the United States of America. And thank you, America, for accepting us. Because, man, can you imagine we were shipped to the wrong country somehow? We were. And money talks, you know. So what can I tell you? Money talks. So God bless you. We hope to see you this week, 5:30 to 7, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you, and God bless you. Thank you so much for watching and listening to John Zia Oram YouTube. Please go to YouTube, Steve Oram, YouTube. John Zia Oram Show on YouTube and Facebook and social media, jzoram.com or Alexa. We are with you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I love you, Yom. Pray for people in the wars all over the world, especially in Ukraine, and pray for the people in the cities are helpless in the wintertime when they don't have much support as people react to a lot of other things in life. Thank you so much. And God bless America. And God bless Ukraine these days. I love you, Yom. Good night. Heart.